Good morning, everybody. Super Jackster01 here. Now, sorry it's been more than a month since I last made a video. I was originally working on a little bit of a documentary about the making of the creature, but still editing that. I don't know if it's actually still going to happen or not, but I'm just going to say this this is going to be my last video for a couple weeks, because can't believe I'm saying this, that I'm already saying this, that tomorrow the filming of my new film Wild Ride begins. And I will be keeping you up to date with the community posts of some set photos. Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I can't believe tomorrow's going to be the first day of filming for Wild Ride. But anyway, now we're just going to go to the main attraction of this video. It's time for a Blu Ray update for today, May 27th, 2021. I got a total of 6 Blu-rays. Got all of these over the course of the month. So let's show these all in order of when they came out. This first one, I got at Best Buy in Warwick, Rhode Island back on May 11th, actually, and this Blu-ray came out on May 11th. This is the 4K Steelbook of The Fast and the Furious. This is the 20th anniversary, yep. Glad I have the original Fast and the Furious on Blu-ray now. This is, next month we'll mark the film's 20th anniversary, because we know this film itself came out in June of 2001. Yeah. As we all know, the ninth film, F9, is coming out in the U.S. on June 25th. It's already been released in China, which I'm not surprised, and the film's doing very well in China, which I'm not surprised to the fact that the Fast and the Furious movies, they're very popular in China, and that's actually why they make a lot of money. Yeah. As you know, I do have this. Yeah, this is a great film. I know people who aren't too big fans of the Fast and the Furious films will say that this is probably the only good film in the series and everything. I do love this film. I would say, though, this is probably my third favorite film in the series, because if I were to rank the Fast and the Furious films from best to worst, it would go Fast 5, Furious 7, then this, followed by Fast and Furious 6, Fate of the Furious, Fast and Furious, Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift, and Too Fast, Too Furious. I'm not counting Hobbs and Shaw on that list because that's a spin-off movie. But, yeah, as you know, I do have Furious 7, Fate of the Furious, and Hobbs and Shaw on Blu-ray, so I'll probably have to get films 2 through 6 on Blu-ray soon. Yeah. Anyways, you can see here's the spine. And the back, 4 times sharper than full HD with HDR for brighter, deeper, and more lifelike color. And celebrate the 20th anniversary of the film that started it all. Yep. Once you just got deleted scenes, the making of the Fast and the Furious, Dom's Charger, Quarter Mile at a Time, the Fast and the Furious video mashup, tricking out a hot import car, multiple camera angles, stunt sequence, feature commentary with director Rob Cohen, and much more. Yep. And yeah, most of those bonus features were on the DVD I've had since 2017. I'm still going to keep that, by the way. Yeah. Can't believe this November will mark 8 years since Paul Walker died, since we know he died in November of 2013. Yeah. Anyway, R.I.P. to Paul Walker. Yep, I'm going to take us up. There's this. And there's the digital copy code. I've already entered in the codes for all these Blu-rays. Anyway, here's the 4K Blu-ray, which is a green disc. And here's the regular Blu-ray, which is a see-through disc, since this is a universal Blu-ray. There's some artwork. You can see Vince, Letty, Dom, Brian, Jesse, and there's 2 other guys. I actually don't remember what their names are. Yeah. Yeah, I can't believe how young they all look. But yeah, I'm glad I have the original Fast and the Furious on Blu-ray, and I'm very, very, very excited about F9. All right, now this Blu-ray, this I actually got, believe it or not, this I got this past Saturday. I got it at Savers in Warwick Island. Yeah, this is the first time I've ever bought a Blu-ray at Savers. Usually I only buy VHS tapes, and back in 2012 I bought a DVD of it, but yeah, this time I bought a VHS. This time I bought a Blu-ray, excuse me, yeah. This time I bought a Blu-ray, and this is the Blu-ray of Patriots Day. Yep. from the director of Lone Survivor. 4 stars, a great American movie state by Kyle Smith of the New York Post. And based on true events, yep, this is the true story of the Boston Marathon bombing and the hunt to get the 2 guys who planted the bombing. Oh, yeah. This is a great movie. It stars Mark Wahlberg, John Goodman, Kevin Bacon, J.K. Simmons, and a bunch of other great actors. Yeah. This came out back in 2016, and unfortunately it was a box office disappointment, but it still got great reviews, and it was voted by many critics to be like one of the top 10 best films of 2016. Oh, yeah. Awesome movie, and you know, like I said, this is based on the true story of the Boston Marathon bombings that happened back in April of 2013. Yeah. I saw this film a while ago on demand, and I really liked it, and I hope one day I can get on Blu Ray, but I just never came across a used copy of it. But then at Savers, when I was at Savers last Saturday, there was actually, I came across a copy that actually had a slipcover and everything, so obviously I wasn't going to pass that up. Anyways, you can see here's the spine, the back, powerful moving essay by Scott Feinberg of The Hollywood Reporter, and showcases the bravery and heart of everyday heroes today by Jim Vioda of IGN. Forgive me if I mispronounced that. Also, you've got Boston Strong, 3 true stories of courage, researching the day, the Bomb, recounting the tale, the real patriots, the local heroes, the cast remembers, actors meet real-life counterparts, a 2-part series. Oh, yeah. If you haven't seen this film, I definitely recommend it. And since you know this is a used Blu-ray, there's no inserts. But anyway, here's the Blu-ray disc, which is a blue disc, and then here's the DVD, which is a gray disc. Yeah, kind of similar to what Disney does, although this is a Lionsgate Blu-ray. Yeah, but if you haven't seen Patriots Day, I can't recommend it enough. All right. And now this Blu-ray, this I got at Walmart in North Carolina back on May 3rd. And this Blu-ray actually came out on May 3rd. This is actually one of my favorite films of this year currently. This is the Blu-ray of The Little Things. Some Things Never Let Us Go. Yeah. I actually really liked this film. I know a lot of people were kind of mixed on it. Yeah, but I really liked it. I saw this in theaters back at the end of January. And yeah, I got mixed reviews, but yeah, it's got three lead roles are played by Academy Award winners, that being Denzel Washington, Rami Malek, and Jared Leto. Yep. Yeah, I was one of the few who saw this in theaters because it was, you know, since this was released by Warner Brothers, it was part of Warner Brothers things where they released movies in theaters and on HBO Max at the same time. Yeah. Luckily, they're going to stop doing that in 2022. Yeah. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this film. The only thing I didn't like about this movie was the ending, but I'm not going to spoil the ending, though. All I'll say is that the ending, it's very similar to 7, to the ending of 7. Yeah. And for some reason, though, this and my next Blu-ray, which was also released by Warner Brothers, were not released on 4K. I don't know what that was all about, but anyway, here we got the spine, back, and there's no critic review on the back. At least I don't, yeah, okay. Rosie just got The Little Things, 4 Shades of Blue, an in-depth look at Denzel Washington's role in 4 Warner Brothers cop films, Little Things, Training Day, Raya, and Fallen. A contrast in style, an intimate portrait of how Denzel Washington and Rami Malek create Deacon Baxter, detectives who are polar opposites. Yeah. And this film was written and directed by John Lee Hancock. He was well known. He directed the movies Saving Mr. Banks and The Founder. Apparently, this is a movie that he'd been wanting to make for around 30 years now. So I'm glad he finally got to make it. Here we got the digital copy code, and it's in the eco case right there. And here's the disc. It's a bluish black disc. In this camera, it looks like it's just black, but actually it's like a very, very dark blue color. You can see. Yeah. I really enjoyed The Little Things. As of right now, it is currently my 3rd favorite film of 2021, only behind Zack Snyder's Justice League and Nobody. Yeah, yeah. I recommend Little Things. It's worth checking out at least once. All right, now this next Blu-ray, this I actually got today. I got this today at the Walmart in Coventry, Rhode Island. That's like 15 minutes from my house. It's not the usual Walmart I go to. This is the Blu-ray Judas and the Black Messiah. I think that's how you say the name of the movie. Yeah. This was another great movie. I saw this in theaters back on Valentine's Day. Yeah, it's got great cast performances of Daniel Kaluuya, I think I said his name, and Lakeith Stanfield. I know Lakeith Stanfield. He was in both Knives Out and Uncut Gems back in which came out in 2019. Yeah, he was great in those movies. He was great. Oddly enough, both of these actors were nominated for Best Supporting Actors at this year's Oscars, which was kind of weird, especially since Lakeith Stanfield is Lakeith Stanfield's character is pretty much the main character of this movie. And what's cool is that, as you know, my new film Wild Ride, it's inspired by the movie Game Night, and one of the actors from Game Night is actually in this film, that being Jesse Clemens. I think that's how you say his name. But anyways, and oddly enough, he played a cop in Game Night, and he also plays a cop in this film. Here we got The Spine, Back, an electrifying powerhouse drama with real honesty by David Rooney of The Hollywood Reporter. Also, you just got Fred Hampton of The People, Unexpected Betrayal. Yep. I think that's about it. Here we have the digital copy code and an eco case again. And here's the disc. This one is a completely black disc. But yeah, I definitely recommend checking out Judas and the Black Messiah. Great, great, great film. All right, now this I got yesterday at Target in Warwick, Rhode Island. Well, basically, these last two Blu-rays, these were both films that I actually saw in theaters on March 5th. I had a double feature movie night that night. These both came out on March 5th, and I both wanted to see them on their opening night, so that's what I did. And so I'm going to show you in the order of which I saw them. So, as I said, this one I got yesterday at Target in Warwick, Rhode Island. And this is the 4K Blu-ray of Chaos Walking. No One Escapes the Noise. Yep, this is a sci-fi film that stars Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley. We all know Tom Holland plays Spider-Man in the MCU, and Daisy Ridley plays Rey in the Star Wars films. I'm sure if you haven't seen this film, you probably have heard of it, because this film had quite a troubled production, and it shows. This film was in development for like 10 years. Like, you know, it was Lionsgate got the film rights for it, because this is based on the novel The Knife of Never Letting Go, and this is a book series of it, I believe, and Lionsgate got the rights to it in 2011, and directors came and went on the project. Let's see. At one point, Robert Zemeckis was actually at one point going to direct the film, but then he stepped away, and then Doug Liman came on as director, and they cast Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley in 2016, and they began shooting of the movie back in I think August 2017, and it lasted until November 2017. And the film was supposed to be released in theaters on March 3rd or March 4th of 2019. I don't remember. It was either March 3rd or March 4th. However, they ended up not happening because apparently they had when they had test screenings, the test screenings went horrible, like to the point where the studio and even Doug Liman considered the movie to be unreleasable or something like that. So they had to do reshoots. So in early 2018, they announced they were going to do major reshoots on the movie. But however, they kept having to pull out the reshoots due to how Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley, you know, two big name actors, were had busy schedules, because they wanted to do the reshoots by summer 2018, but they were both busy because Tom Holland was busy filming Spider-Man Far From Home, and Daisy Ridley was busy filming Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So they weren't able to begin reshoots until April of 2019, in pretty much a month after the film was originally supposed to come out. And because of that, they were doing reshoots, and I believe the reshoots lasted from April until March of 2019. And because of that, Tom Holland actually couldn't make it to the premiere of Avengers Endgame because he was busy doing the reshoots on here. And then after that, they announced the film was then going to come out in January 2020, but then due to COVID and everything, it ended up pushed back to March 2020. So the film finally hit theaters on March 5th of 2021, and 2 years after after it was originally supposed to come out, and it got mostly negative reviews and was a box office flop. Yeah. I actually really liked this film. But I can definitely understand why so many people didn't like it or were disappointed with this film. It definitely does have its flaws, though. But, you know, the performances of Tom Holland and Daisy Ridley are pretty good, actually. But, yeah, and honestly, I'm not surprised the film got negative reviews. If you have a film that has a very troubled production, they have to go under major reshoots, chances are it's probably not, the movie's probably not going to turn out great, especially if if a test screening goes so bad that it's deemed unreleasable. Yeah, but it's worth the watch at least once if you're into these sci-fi flicks. Anyway, here we got the spine, the back, big scale action fantasy is stated by Scott Mendelson of Forbes. Yep. And it also, aside from Tom Holland, Daisy Ridley, it also stars Nick Jonas and Mads Wilkesley. I think that's how you say his name. All right, for once, you just got audio commentary with director Doug Liman, producer Allison Winter, and editor Doc Krotzer. Director's noise, inner thoughts with Patrick Ness. The source of the silence, and citizens of Presstown. Establishing shot with Ben Searsend, 4K exclusive. The music of Chaos Walking, the lead scenes with optional commentary and theatrical trailer. Yeah. Apparently this caused a write-down of some employees at Lionsgate because of how bad the film did at the box office. But then again, when the film came out, it was kind of, not many movie theaters, not all the movie theaters had reopened yet. A lot of them were still closed. But like I said, my Showcase Cinemas movie theater, my local movie theater reopened way back in July of 2020. Yeah, and I've seen like 30 movies since then. Movie theater's like a second home to me. Yeah. Here we got the digital copy cover. Enter that in, and the disc art is pretty much the same. Here's the 4K Blu-ray, which has Todd and Viola, and here's the regular Blu-ray, which has those same characters. Yeah, but Chaos Walking is actually not a bad film, though. It's worth a watch at least once, though. But I can definitely understand why a lot of people and critics were very disappointed by this film. All right, and the last Blu-ray I got, this is the other one I saw that same day. This is Raya and the Last Dragon. The add to your Disney collection bonus include Us Again theatrical short film plus outtakes, deleted scenes, and more. Yeah, the Us Again short was shown in theaters with this film, and I actually really liked that short film. So yeah, I saw this and Chaos Walking on the same night, and I actually still have the movie tickets. And even though some of you probably saw my community posts, yep, saw these there. I saw Chaos Walking. The screening was at 1:45 p.m. and Raya and the Last Dragon, the screening was at 4:00 p.m. And I actually saw Raya in 3D, so that's kind of cool. Now I liked this film. I didn't love it. Yeah. For those who follow who are subscribed to Shafe Roloff's Productions, he did a review of this film when it came out, and I can agree with most of his thoughts. This film was actually a new thing that Disney did. This film was released in theaters and on Disney Plus at the same time, but with Disney Plus, there was a $30 premium fee. So obviously I wasn't going to pay that. I decided to go see it in theaters, for a cheaper price, because I could, yeah. Honestly, yeah, I thought this movie was good. I didn't think it was great like critics said, but it was decent. This might sound crazy. I don't know if anybody agrees with me on this, but this film really reminds me a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender, the TV shows. Am I the only one who thought that? Somebody let me know in the comments. Maybe even Eli Grande will agree with me on this. I feel like a lot of this film really reminded me of Avatar: The Last Airbender. I don't know why, but it did. Yeah. Honestly, in the ranking of the Disney animated canon and everything, this is kind of somewhere towards the middle or bottom of the list. It's not my least favorite in the canon, though, because my least favorite one is probably Ralph Breaks the Internet. But yeah, Raya, it's a pretty good movie, though. It does have its flaws, though. Anyways, you can see here's the spine, back. An instant classic is stated by G. Allen Johnson of the San Francisco Chronicle, and superb storytelling, brilliant score, and fantastic animation is stated by Laura Sitzquarl of WhatToWatch.com. Once you've got the Us Again theatrical short film, outtakes, deleted scenes, Taste of Raya, tune in to a virtual dinner roundtable with Kelly Moran Tran, the voice of Raya, and the filmmakers. Raya Bringing It Home, see how the film was made from over 450 homes. Oh yeah, because of COVID and everything, the animators had to do the rest of their work from their computers at home. Martial artists learn about the film, martial arts, and more. Discover We Are Kamedra. Discover the cultural influences that cultural influence that inspired the film. Fun facts and Easter eggs and more. Yeah. This isn't a bad film, though. It is an enjoyable movie, though. One thing I kind of weird, like this movie, this Disney again, it's not a musical, but its story and like its setup and everything feels like it should have been a musical. I mean, to be honest, like I love Disney musicals and all, but you know, I just feel like not all of them have to be a musical. But for some reason, this film feels like it's one of those that had musical numbers that were cut out or something. I don't know. Anyway, we got the digital copy code and thing for Disney Movie Club. Here's the 4K Blu-ray, which has Raya and Sitsu. I think that's how you say the dragon's name. I haven't seen this film since I saw it in the cinemas. And here's the regular Blu-ray, which is a blue disc. Yeah. Sitsu is honestly, was actually a pretty annoying character. And somebody knows, like, her facial design was very similar to Elsa. Shafe Rillis actually pointed that out. He made a very, very good point. Yeah. But Raya and the Last Dragon, not a bad movie, actually. It is an enjoyable movie, though. I feel like I'm talking too harsh on it, but it's a really good movie, though. Very, very enjoyable for the family. All right. There you go. That is my Blu-ray update for today, May 27th, 2021. My next video will be in a couple weeks, but keep up to date with the community post because you'll be seeing some set photos and everything from Wild Ride. So very excited for you guys to see that.